Hello and welcome back. I am the African Humanist. I've come to you today with a video and I've come to talk about the reasons for my deconversion from Christianity. Yes, you heard me right. I have deconverted from Christianity. And here are the reasons why. Number one, I grew up in a Christian home. I grew up going to church, grew up believing that the Christian God was God. It was everything. And you had to believe it. You had no choice. You had no say. If you didn't believe in God, Jesus Christ, you're going to hell. So, battled with being a Christian so many years, going in and out, being a Christian, and then you backslide and do your own thing, then come back, And yeah, that was the case until I, just before my 40th birthday, I watched something on Netflix called The God Story on Netflix. And I couldn't watch it till the end. And the reason why, I was just baffled at how many other gods are there. And these people believe that their God is real. And here I was, in my own world, thinking that it was just, I only knew the Christian God and the Muslim God. So it was either that or the in-between was just no belief at all. That's all I really knew. Never really, I knew there were other religions out there, but I never really went out to find out what's out there. And so I decided, it got so uncomfortable watching the God Story because I could see that these people believed their God so strongly the way I did mine. And so I couldn't watch it till the end. I went away thinking, no. I mustn't finish watching this because it's my God. My God, I know him. I mustn't watch this and I'm done. I couldn't watch it till the end. But then I came away with questions more, just thinking, why do these people believe their God same way I believed mine? There had to be something. There had to be. So anyway, I left the God Story for a while. And then, there was just something in there that I just wanted to know. So I went online, started reading books, started just, asking questions. At the time, I was in a Church of England and I'd done the first year of Living Faith, done the second year of Pathways to Ministry, and I think I'd found my path. My path was to be a priest or pastor, or, I'd found my path. You could either branch out into being a lay minister or a priest, and I think I found my path. I think I knew what I wanted to do. I think I wanted to become a priest. So I'd done 2 years, but then these questions wouldn't go away. These questions just wouldn't go away. And so here are my reasons why I finally deconverted. Number one, I don't believe in punishing innocent people for other people's sins. So the story of Adam and Eve became a problem because this was a sin what was committed how many thousands of years ago? That's if it existed, if it happened, thousands of years ago. And here I am, my existence, nothing to do with those two. And somehow I'm being punished. Me and the rest of the world are being punished for something we didn't do. I watched a movie once. It was a Nigerian movie. And this man, someone was owing him money. And he looked for this person, couldn't find the person. So what he decided to do, went to the police officers and said, I need to go and find this man who's owing me money, but I can't seem to find him. Do you think you can come with me so we can go to his house and go and look for him? The police went there with this man. And when they got there, they didn't find the man, but his mother was there. And his wife was there. And the police took his wife away and his mother away. And I sat there thinking, how on earth can the police do that? These were not the people who borrowed the money. They probably don't even know anything about it, but yet they're being arrested for something they don't even know about. And I felt that that was wrong. And so here I am. I'm being punished for a sin I knew nothing about. For a sin that, just had nothing to do with me. So that's one. Number two, as I started to do the training, the living faith and the pathways to ministry, the more lessons we learned, the more questions I had. Why do we have so many denominations of one religion? I went to Church of England. There was the Catholic Church. There's the Presbyterian. There's the Baptist. There's the Pentecostals. Now, in the Pentecostals, there are thousands and thousands and thousands of denominations. Some denominations actually think that another denomination is going to hell. Same religion. I mean, I went to one of those fundamental Pentecostal, today I regard it as a cult, where you had to, you tied the things on your head, you wore no earrings, women don't wear trousers. We didn't even watch television. You were told to throw your television out. These lot actually believed that the other set of Christians, but a different sect from them, were going to hell. And yet this is all inside one religion. Some would say, I am Sele for life. That's me. I'm Sele for life. I cannot do another, I can't go to Redeemed Christian Church of God, and I can't go to CAC Church. But you all are practicing the same thing. So why? Why so many interpretations of the one religion? I could not understand it. And the reason why I had this question is because I went to the Church of England and it was so different, because I've only ever grown up knowing the African Pentecostal religion. That's that aspect of Christianity. That's all I knew. So when I went into something different, yes, it was good, don't get me wrong. Going to the Church of England actually opened my eyes to see that there was good Christians. But why were they so different from each other? And yet they all claim to be serving the same God. I couldn't understand it. Another reason is the contradictions in the Bible. Whether you like it or not, there are contradictions in the Bible. And 66 books in the Bible. Who put them together? Whose idea was it to put the book of Esther, the book of Ruth, the book of Matthew, Mark, Luke, Timothy? Whose idea was it to put all these books together to make one book? Well, you do realize that these books are written by men. They're not written by God. So it's just like someone like me sat down, wrote a book, and some people decided, oh, okay, your book is going to make it into the book of life, or the book of, what everybody believes. So whose idea, if this book is not written by God, it's definitely written by men. So whose idea was it to put it all together and come up with this ancient text? Number one, another thing again is the issue of the resurrection. I'll come back another day and talk about the contradictions. There's the Old Testament and the New Testament. At what point did the Old Testament God change to become the New Testament God? I struggled with the Old Testament. The God of the Old Testament was just he was just an impatient God. If you did anything wrong, you were struck off like that. But somehow it changed in the New Testament. Jesus came, and we are supposed to look at him as this loving God and all these things. But in the Old Testament, it's a completely different story. It's different. So where was the change? How did that happen? So I had more and more questions. I'm just a woman with questions, a woman seeking answers. Another problem is slavery. Christianity was a fuel for slavery. The history of Christianity has no good in it. The history of Christianity has brutality. And the acts that were committed against slaves. And the Bible supports slavery. The Bible is a book that is used to support the act. I abhor slavery. Anything that would make someone make another human their slave. And here we have a book that supports that act. Just ridiculous. Then we have the white Jesus. If Jesus was supposed to be a brown man, how did he become white? Whose idea was it to make him white? And whose idea was it to make the devil black? So all my life, do you know, I hit the age of 40 when I realized that Jesus, if he existed, was not white. That is still a shock. And if you come to me telling me, oh, but his color doesn't matter. Okay. But if they could lie about his ethnicity, what else are they lying about? What else have they covered up? So I have questions. And a lot of people are comfortable just believing what they believe. Okay, my mother believed it, my great-grandma believed it, that person believed it. But I am somebody who, I challenge my beliefs, challenge things. I don't just take things because it's fed to me. I need to ask, am I believing because I want to believe? Or am I believing because I am told to believe? But I choose to question. I want to arrive at my own, at the truth, not my own truth, because my truth can be distorted. But I want to arrive at the truth and make my judgment based on the truth. Okay? So yes. The next thing is the concept of hell. Because I know some of you think I am going to go to hell. You think because I have deconverted that I am going to go to hell. I grew up traumatized by the story of hell. How could a loving God create a place like this for the people he loves? And if people who are innocent are paying the price for somebody else's sin, and yet a place is prepared for them when they die to go and burn in eternity and eternity. And you know, I was a child when I was introduced to hell. I was indoctrinated, made to sit and watch the burning hell, made to sit and watch people burn in the lake of fire in the movies, and made to give my life to Christ. I was scared. How do you scare people into believing? Any religion that makes you scared and make you want to believe because you are scared, then that religion is unhealthy. That religion is not something I would subscribe to. If you must believe a religion, believe because you feel that you feel love. Don't believe because you're going to go to hell. Now, if you think I'm going to hell, I want you to know something. That you are an atheist. I am an atheist. Well, you are an atheist. But the difference between you and me is that you only believe your religion. So that means you are going to the hell in the other religions that you don't believe. But I go one step further by not believing even yours. So don't come at me saying I'm going to hell, because you know what? You're going to hell too. If you're a Christian, you're going to the Muslims' man's hell. If you're a Muslim, you're going to the Christian man's hell. You're all going to hell. So, if you come at me saying you're going to hell, I need you to know that there are other religions' hell. And if you don't believe those religions, you only believe yours, yeah, you might not go to your own hell, but you're going to those other hells. So you're an atheist bar one, the one you believe. But I'm an atheist. I don't believe none. None. Unless, of course, there is evidence to believe. But I would not believe a religion of fear. A religion that tells me that if I die, I am going to hell. So which hell is it? When all the religions have their own hells. Another big thing is the stories in the Bible. I'll come back again another day, but today I will talk about the story of Noah. My issue is not the ark. My issue is not with Noah. My issue is not with his children, the animals, whether some traveled from the North Pole to get to the ark, or they came 2 by 2, 1 by 1, whatever. My problem is the people who didn't make it into the ark. If you read the story of the ark, the reason why those people were wiped out the surface of this earth was because God regretted making them. Among those people who died were children. Among the people who died, pregnant women. Among the people who died were vulnerable, disabled, elderly. But no, God created them. Decided, you know what? I regret making this lot. You know what? Some of you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you escape. While the rest of you, children. Any God that thinks it is good to kill children is not one I want to identify with. And the Old Testament is full of stories of genocide, mutilation, slavery. And this is the religion I'm supposed to believe. And they will tell me I'm going to hell. I choose to not have my moral standing from a religion that tells me it is okay to keep slaves. It is okay to have slaves as property. No, read your Bible, it's in there. The Bible supports slavery. And that's how our ancestors were taken from Africa and taken as slaves. They used religion to back up their monstrous ideas. And I stand today in opposition to any religion that does that. Anybody who takes you as a slave and gives you their religion, do you think they love you? You can't, on the one hand, take me as a slave and tell me you love me at the same time. No. And in the Bible, it teaches, the Bible even goes as far as teaching people how to take more slaves, how to keep them, how to deceive your slave into staying with you for life. And even in the Bible, it says if you have a slave and the slave, you give your slave a wife to marry, automatically they become your property. The Bible teaches you how to keep your slave. Thank goodness it's been abolished. But there's still a lot of slavery going on in the world. I got here by asking questions. I got here by challenging my beliefs. I got here by saying, no, I need to find out for myself what this is all about. Some of you don't know the history of your religion. Some of you don't know how your religion was spread. How did a man from the Middle East die for somebody in Nigeria he doesn't know? How did the man from the Middle East die for somebody who is in Australia? Now, I'm going to leave you with this little analogy. Did Jesus Christ really have to die for sins to be pardoned? Did any blood had to be shed in order for sins to be pardoned? God could easily have done this, a flick of the finger, and your sins are pardoned. But no, had to send himself in the form of flesh to come down to earth, to be killed, to make himself happy. So basically, the Jesus story was God coming down in the form of human God, killed himself to make himself happy. How is that morally comprehensible? How is that? How does it help anything? Sending Jesus Christ to come and die for you and me. Did he have to die? Did anybody have to die for us to be absolved of sin that we didn't commit? Of a sin that thousands of years some people committed? And if Jesus Christ paid the price, I didn't see, nothing really changed, because you still have to, you know what, thinking about it, Jesus Christ came in the form of God through the Virgin Mary to be sacrificed so God could be happy. God killed himself to make himself happy, like he killed the people in the Great Flood because they didn't behave. He regretted making them. It's just, there are lots of things in the Bible that don't make sense. And for that reason, I am an atheist. I'm a humanist, but I'm also an atheist. I had to do this video so that people can, people are asking me, what do you believe? What do you believe? And I recently told my nearest and dearest. And so going on from here on out, this is mainly my content. How religion makes good people do bad things. How religion can be distorted. And there's the us and them mentality. You're either for us or you're against us. But I'm a humanist. I choose to see the good in every human. I don't believe in hell. I don't believe in all those stories. I don't believe in the Christian God, because he killed himself to make himself happy. So no. Some of you might not have heard this before. Some of you might have been asking yourself questions. Feel free to follow where your questions are leading you. Feel free to follow your doubts. Don't let anyone tell you not to express yourself and ask the questions. Religion stifles you. Religion keeps you in shackles. Religion keeps you in chains. And from now on, my channel would be to discover how religion does this and how we're going to free people from the shackles of religion. So from now on, my content would be about freedom from the shackles of religion, and it's going to be a splendid journey. And if you think this has been a one-day thing, please don't be mistaken. I've been asking questions from a very long time. And this journey started a good few years ago. I didn't arrive at this decision overnight. It was a long time coming. I dare you to open your scriptures and look for the contradictions. I dare you to open your scriptures. Look for slavery in there. I dare you to open your scriptures to discover what I am saying. Or I dare you, go online and go and look at the history of your religion. I dare you. Those doubts that you have, I dare you to find the answers. I'm not here to change anybody's beliefs. No way, I wouldn't do it. I'd rather you ask questions. I'd rather you go to where you will find the answers. But for now, I found my answer. Hence why I am an atheist. And I am unapologetically an atheist. A proud atheist, for that matter. So, thank you very much. I am the African Humanist, and I will catch you again on my next one. Thank you.